Good morning.
So I reckon, yeah, we have that gap, but with it being on the floor, we should still be able to slide the jack underneath onto this, and not onto the side.
Yeah, so I think we need to raise that by about 50, I still think.
Yeah, I think let's start with 50 and see how it goes.
So yeah, not the brakes we wanted in, but the extended control arms are in. Let's see if we can get this turned here. So yeah, there we go. Extended control arms, or LCAs, are in. We've got our ARB in. It has new poly bushes there, new ball joints. Hey, look at that. And yeah, we've gone with braided lines. So not skimping on the braking side of things, but here we go. That's the coilover side of things. Jason's got this nice rotating light story going here. But the coilovers are in, but we're screwed relatively low. So we're about 2/3 of the way down. We can still lift that a little bit, and we are indeed going to lift it because it was just far too low. We couldn't even get the jack in underneath it. It needed a scissor jack first. I know those struggles, and trust me, it's not fun.
Well, when it was on the ground, remember, I could hardly fit a cigarette in between the tire and the fender.
The stance. Hello, Flash!
We were properly stanced.
Yeah, but we're not building a stance car, we're building a race car.
We're building a race car, so...
Alright, let's get that dialed in, and there's a few other little things we want to button up, a couple of odds and ends.
Yeah.
That is today's project, and then we want to see if we can get this thing out on the road.
It'd be nice to get this thing out on the road.
You know, that makes me happy, man.
Yeah.
You know, that makes me happy.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is the 1st of October.
It's only a year and a half later.
Well, not exactly a year and a half, it's a year and 4 months.
But that's usually how all project cars are.
Yeah, that's fact.
I mean, mine's been sitting on jack stands for what, almost a year and a half now as well.
You know what they say. Absence makes the part grow fonder.
Absence makes the parts go wonder.
And, oh yes, they do. And they did go wonder.
Yeah.
They did go wonder.
But yeah, so let's dial up a couple of those things. Let's get it out on the road.
It's been a long road. It's been 14 to 16 months. I haven't quite decided which one's right yet. I'll do the maths. But it's been a long road. There's a lot happened in that space of time. And now all of a sudden it's coming together. This is where the rubber meets the road. This is where it matters. And I think this is what's going to bring everybody together now. We're going to feel what this car really goes like, and the excitement's going to start building. I know for me it is. Finally, I feel like we're there. You know, we're actually there. We're going to take this car out in its own steam. And that's good.
So we just got our takeaways done. I think it looks pretty good. Jay, what do you think?
Oh, sick. It's a Swan.
That's just a little bit of heat management because exhaust manifold is right above our coolant hoses, doing what we can to deflect it. Yeah. Like
Prevention is better than cure.
Final things to do on the car before we actually get it to test drive. We need to button up a couple of things on the suspension, just running through everything, just bleeding everything through, and then get it onto the floor and let's go driving. As much as I must admit, I do love the slam look, but when it gets to the point when you slam it too much and you can't get the jack out, that might be a bit of a problem. So I'm guessing we're just gonna have to raise it up a bit, and then yeah, hopefully the jack does move out and we've got a better stance than what we had before.
floor.
Yeah, Papa got some how's it feel?
Solid.
Pressure's good.
Sweet, moving to the other side.
Cool.
Yes, this thing's been...
Is it oval?
Yeah, this whole... Oh, yeah, check, yeah. This whole piece here has got so much
I
black.
can get in there.
Can you get in there?
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously you're going to look at that little section there, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, check how much play. But before that news...
Where the pin is.
Yeah, check.
Oof,
That whole
thing's
piece
oval.
is ovaled before it even connects.
Yeah.
That's it connecting. So you've got probably about, what, 5 mils of play before it actually engages the clutch.
Yeah, and on a lever that becomes 30 mils.
Yeah, and then if I turn that, I've got out.
Oh, crap. Okay.
So the whole entire time, this thing's been on 2 threads.
Oh, jeepers.
Yeah.
All right, so...
We're going to have to get a new master
Okay, yeah, because there's that leak.
There's the leak. You can actually see behind there.
It's all
It's
moist.
leaking behind the
Because
seal.
it's leaked down to. Sorry, this is right in by your head, but it's leaked into over there, and it's hurting the paint, and that's just a failure point. So, all right, now we know.
Yeah. We can still drive the car like this for testing.
Yeah, we can test it like this, but now we know. All right, great.
I'll put that back in there.
Jeepers, yeah, that was going to leave us without a clutch on this next drive.
Yeah.
Yet again, it's time for me to play a little bit of mechanic yoga. Since I am the smallest one, I'm always the one to be climbing through the roll cage and being thrown around inside the car. Pretty much sucks, but yet again, I get thrown around, and now it's time for me to climb into the underneath of the car in the front, and me and Ray were going to basically bang out the clutch master cylinder.
What are we doing here, Mr. Miggs?
Put in yellow film over the spotlights. It's going to look good at night. We're going to be able to see depth better and protects the light.
And it's boss.
Yeah, 100%.
Very nice.
Okay, Sethy boy, you wanna pull it off here? Okay, let's do that. Okay. Nice, good job, boy. Then, yeah, you get the honors of pulling that off.
And look at that.
A little bit of bubbles, but obviously we don't have electricity, so no heat gun.
Good job there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's an 80s car. First thing that comes up to mind is Dakar, Group B, all the awesome rally cars. 80s. Yellow spotlights. It fits.
So it's not just me. Sorcery is this.
First try.
So, that section cuts out.
Oh, hi. Where's you going?
At home.
You cake.
My bad. I had to remove the gearbox on the 850. I got to the point where I took it out. I was like, I'm going to bed. Where's your wheel spanner? Behind him, yeah?
Let him carry on looking.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
I know.
I love it. We need this.
I don't know how much of this audio we're going to be able to use. It's our national anthem in the background.
Very much.
And if that's at full droop,
That's fine. The hammer can sort that out.
Yeah, but these are
205.
Yeah, it's 205s.
205 65, so I mean,
Yeah, these are they're really, really big. Yeah.
Real fatties.
But that's why I was saying if it clears with this, then ours will clear with no issue.
Everything is a hammer. Whatever you find that's a hammer. Your drill machine's got the hammer setting, bang it, use it, good to go. So now, obviously, we are trying different thickness in spacers and so on because every wheel is different. Every offset is different. That setup works extremely well with the silica wheels. Didn't work so well with the with the Steelies, so we've had to space it out. So we used El Cheapo first. As you can see, that one went to file 13, and then we went with the 20mm proper spaces. It now clears perfectly. We can spin that wheel. Jay shaved the calipers for weight, not to clear.
No.
Look, it's not
We're just going to put one wheel on that
low
side.
like me and Migs liked it, but
Yeah, we're not gangster enough anymore.
we're not we're not part of the streets.
Yeah.
We're not Bloods or Crips.
Going around the block.
The longer you look at it, the better it gets, guys.
Yeah, I'm sure we've all said that in a pub.
Drive time. So we're going to take you on this adventure. This is going to be barring any failures, it's going to be the first time that Jason actually ever drives this car. He's never driven this car.
Oh yeah, I haven't.
You have, but you've been sitting in a seat going.
Oh yeah, I've been making noises as we pull it into the workshop. At least we got a decent amount of.
It's going to move under its own power for the first time in over a year.
In all good theory.
In all good theory.
In all good theory.
I can see the apprehension in your face and hear it in your voice.
And I'm excited. I mean, I'm super excited.
But nervous at the same time.
Always.
Look, if all else fails.
Handbrake.
Yes, I had to stand on there so I can finally get to his level because he's always stooping down to mine. Anyway, all else fails. There's a tow rope on the back of the bakkie, and I've got the Range Rover here today. It wouldn't be the first time this week it's towed a Toyota.
We could probably go at least 120 then, which is vast and will go under its own steam.
Yeah, 100%.
Sweet.
So this whole time we've basically been working on the car, pushing it in, pushing it out. I have been the one to sit behind the steering wheel. But I must admit, I am so excited because it's the first time ever I actually get to drive this car under its own steam.
There is also that part. We've done a lot of things on this car. Well, all things on this car. We've started off with a bare chassis and we've worked our way forward again. I don't want to say I don't have faith in our work, but we've fiddled with everything. So that first road trip, what are we going to discover? I hope it's all good. But yeah, a little bit apprehensive. And now it'll take on the first go.
Let it idle. Let it idle, get some heat into it, and then we can jump on top.
Is that cool?
It's just gonna need to get warm. That's
Okay, I'll hold the choke.
That with the choke, it sounded like the electric engine.
Did it? First person is heading to the gas station, pumping wheels and putting fuel.
yeah, but we'll follow it.
Now we're going Range Rover.
Safety third. All right, well, this is it. This is the moment of truth. Thanks, Jay. Not making me motion sick at all. This is the first time that it's moving under its own power in over a year. And I'm going to head in the same direction as what I did when I first lost brakes.
Checking the brakes first this time.
Yeah.
There are brakes, but we could do with a better pad feel.
He's hunting.
On the new motor.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's how you run it.
This is amazing. This is absolutely brilliant. It's moving. It's doing so under its own power.
Yeah, down.
Boys, we've built a race car. This is epic.
Yeah, the temps come down again.
Yeah, things come down now.
Look at you.
I've test driven a lot of cars. I've test driven cars when I want to buy them. I've test driven expensive cars. Nothing has been as exciting as testing the car that we built. It's not an expensive car. It's not a fancy car. It's our car. And it was probably the most exciting test drive I've ever had. Yeah.
Let me chock it.
It's lovely.
Yeah, there is no handbrake. So we'll have to adjust for handbrake. Okay?
It's just climbed back up again. Fans just come on. It's behaving like it should. Shoo, it's fun. I realized how good it was when it wasn't my turn anymore and I had to give somebody else a chance behind the wheel. I didn't want to get out there. That car is epic. I love it.
Jay, this is your first drive. Handbrake.
gonna lie, I like the silicone wheels on there.
Well, nothing's loose.
So this has been my first drive in the car, thinking that, look, when we drive it, we're gonna have these little rattles and knocks, because we have built this car and it has taken us through a difficult journey. But we have finally got it out into the road, and I must admit, just that excitement of being able to drive the car for the first time and not hearing anything, all of that painstaking hours of actually battling through getting this car done, it's just brought such a smile to my face of we've actually accomplished something. It's just amazing and insane what we have actually done, and I couldn't have asked for anything better than that.
Snap changes really well.
Dude, this thing is going to be so fun.
Let me get the handbrake.
Now, obviously, I built a couple of motors, and I know, look, when you have to test drive the car and it's at first run in, smooth drive, test out, make sure there's no leaks, and just go through the gears, see how it feels. Yeah, I kind of forgot that. I think the excitement was so there that I think I drove it a little bit harder than I was supposed to, but I must admit, Migs did tell me, listen, these gearboxes, they don't like to be shifted hard. I think I kind of forgot that as well. Well, actually, I don't think I listened at all. I just went through those gears. But yeah, I must admit the excitement was there, and if I've built the motor and I've driven it that hard, I'm pretty sure everybody will know that I've got trust in my engine builders.
Wait, go back a bit. What the handbrake?
Nothing. I don't hear any rattles.
So loud.
It's a race car.
Dude, it's actually, this is proper, eh?
It's like
This is proper.
surprisingly good.
This is proper.
No, dude, go drive.
Go dance.
Go back.
Go dance. Indeed.
Donut.
My initial thought was, I thought I was going to be feeling a little bit uneasy with the car. But that first drive, it brought everything back of when you're a lightie and the first time you're getting in your mother's car or your father's car, your grandfather's car, and you just go barreling around the block. You don't have your driver's license yet. You might be about 10 years before that happens, but it was that awesome feeling. It just brought all those good memories back, and it felt proper.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so we're out of fuel.
Yeah.
I've broken a lot of cars before, and up until this drive, I might have broken another side shaft on the 86. So as soon as I heard that sound, I clutched it straight away. I was like, I've broken the diff, or I've broken something, and I'm looking at the back and I'm trying to see if the diff has fallen out of the car. I took out the clutch and the diff was still there. I still had drive. I was like, well, I'm going for it again. Still didn't know what that sound was until nearly a week later, when Lawrence told me that it was the hook to hold the helmet or the quick release or whatever. Thanks, Lawrence.
We wanted to surprise you.
Doing what's a 55.
He's going for apexes here.
Yeah.
Ja. Jy moet die kar kan hardop. Nee, wat? Ja. Nee, is net normaal. Nee. Dit is bang.
Baie bang.
Dit is baie bang.
Dit is baie bang. Daar's 4 van ons. 2 uur op 'n slag. 2 uur ry. 6 uur chop. Ja, lekker zondag vir jou, chop.
Yeah, but for me, it's those moments. It was exciting when we all sat around a fire talking about it. It was exciting looking for the car. It became difficult when we started working on the car. The length of time it took. The slog. It's been a hard slog to get to this point. But driving it off to the garage, climbing out and looking at the excitement on somebody else's face that has also dreamt about doing something like this or just thinks it's cool, and you go, oh yes, this is awesome. And it brings it back. That's what I need. I need to see the excitement, and now I feel the excitement as well, and it's good. What do you think?
I think it looks good. You want a Monster or water, boy?
I'll have a Monster.
Well, then help us out.
Thank you, bud.
Needs a black beading back.
Dad, what is that?
Whiskey.
The famous grass.
Famous chicken.
Yes, man.
I know.
When have you seen me go back for seconds in whiskey?
I know.
No, the famous grass
Dude,
is always
the
good.
bottle's older than Jason.
It's heavier too.
Well done, boys.
Well done, boys. Okay. You especially. Nicely done, Jay.